Hey guys, it's Anne-Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a very important video in my opinion, especially given this is on YouTube, and that is exposing all of the ways that your favorite YouTubers can make money off of you as a viewer. So I'm approaching about 7 years on YouTube, and just with being in LA and having YouTube friends, past the micro-influencer stage of around 100,000 subscribers to like 500,000 to even 1 million. And just with myself having around 140,000 subscribers, I've definitely gotten exposure to kind of the business side and the behind the scenes of YouTube. And I've thought about this, and unless you're directly exposed or have someone in it that you can get insight from, it's kind of impossible to really know what it looks like. I think it's super important for viewers to have this transparency. First of all, it's your hard-earned money that's at stake. And second of all, I think that there could be a misperception or a construed reality that's portrayed on these platforms if you don't have an awareness or knowledge of kind of the business behind YouTube. Influencer marketing is so effective because influencers are everyday people. They're like the big sisters or best friends that you can find pretty much on your iPhone anywhere you go. And I really think that this is just the beginning of this world. I kind of feel weird about sponsorships and these kinds of different methods of making money if my viewers are blind to it and have no idea what's going on. So I really wanted to make this video to give viewers knowledge and awareness so that when you're watching your favorite influencer, you can think more critically about what you're seeing. This video is not meant to discredit or shit on YouTubers or influencers whatsoever. YouTube is a free platform, and YouTube even takes, I think, 55% of money through AdSense. It's really hard to make a living just off of YouTube, so your favorite creators need a way to earn an income. I'm not saying in any way that these methods are undeserving. I just think that there can be a lot more transparency in what happens behind the scenes. If I had this Hydroflask water bottle, which I actually really love, not sponsored. If I were to talk about it and say, I have this Hydroflask, I've had Hydroflask since before I moved to go to college. It keeps ice cold water ice cold for 2 days. It's good for the environment, blah, 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 whatever. And I got this from Dick's Sporting Goods. I would recommend this product, and then you as a viewer would type into Google Dick's Sporting Good coupon code. Usually they never worked, but since you clicked on that coupon code site, that site was actually credited with the sale and they earned a commission. So that site would essentially benefit from me recommending this Hydroflask. I actually personally know the CEO and founder of MagicLinks, but there are other platforms similar to this, but I'm just gonna speak of this one because this is what I know, and I know that some of my friends and other influencers use this platform as well. So what MagicLinks did was they built the software and technology to integrate into both the retailer's website as well as enabling me as a creator to create an individual link. So I go to MagicLinks, generate my own link that links back to me and credits me, so that if you purchase this water bottle and you use my link, then I get credited with that sale and I earn a commission. So essentially MagicLinks has built the technology that allows influencers to rightfully be credited with the sale of that product and then be rewarded through pay. And there are literally hundreds and maybe thousands of participating retailers, companies, brands on MagicLinks, from Sephora, Nordstrom, Express, ASOS, Boohoo, Nasty Gal, Target, Urban Outfitters, Bed Bath & Beyond. This is just reading like their front page, Dick's Sporting Goods. Every single retailer on here has a different rating, and these ratings are determined by essentially how beneficial it is for the influencer to work with these individual brands. So if you're a brand that has like a higher score than others, that rating essentially means that you have a long cookie duration. So if I recommend this Hydroflask on day 1 and you buy it on day 30, then I still get credited with that sale if you clicked through my link 30 days ago, because it still remembers that it was me who gave you the idea to buy it in the first place. Another factor involved in this, I think, is the commission rate. So maybe you would earn 15% commission versus 1% for a brand or company that doesn't have a good rating on this platform. Influencer marketing can be so varied and up in the air, and a lot of brands really don't spend their money well and don't see a return. And this really allows brands and companies to have hard data to see what's really working and who's really promoting effectively and who they should be actually focusing on. The This allows for a more authentic integration. It's usually stuff that you already have, stuff that you would actually buy with your own money, so you're recommending things that you genuinely use and love because you're not guaranteed money. Some cons are this could obviously not be the case. You could buy stuff, recommend it in a haul, and then return the stuff just for a commission. It's common for these brands who are working in partnership with these types of companies to send free product where the influencer can then earn a commission based on these free products that they share. So with full disclosure of everything you now know about affiliate links and commission-based earnings, I guess, I'm kind of just making these words up as I go. If you are an influencer and you're just hearing about MagicLinks for the first time, I would definitely encourage you to sign up with my link. And as you guys know, now that I've explained it to you, if you didn't previously, am I being patronizing? I hope not. I will earn a commission based off of your commission to no additional cost to you. So if you're hearing about it for the first time from me, highly encourage you to sign up. So you could have just done that, like be sure to check out MagicLinks, link in my bio. Another very similar affiliate links or commission-based earnings is Amazon. Amazon is a little bit different because instead of having different brands with different ratings that earn you different commissions, Amazon is divided by category on the percentage of earnings that you have. I know that women's clothing and clothing on Amazon is the highest category. I think it's like 10%. Hopefully I don't get like sued or something for disclaiming that. And it goes all the way down to like 0% or like 2%. So this next one is kind of one of my favorites just because it's so like near and dear to my heart. I'll explain why. And that is referral codes and links. Referrals are a huge like growth hack marketing tactic for startups. I think like Box or Dropbox had the first like really big program. Almost all service-based like tech companies have referral programs. And the thing is, it's not only something that influencers have access to, usually for like the general day-to-day apps like Uber, UberEATS, Bird, Lyft, everyone has them. Every company has like a user acquisition cost, how much money it costs to acquire a new user. So it's really beneficial if you go and share this app and tell your friends about it. And it's easier to spread through word of mouth than it is for them to have like all this marketing to try to acquire new customers to use. And it's more probably effective because you're like a trusted voice that actually uses the service and you can like show them how to use it and whatnot. It's generally like you give X amount of dollars and then you get X amount of dollars. So the example that I'm gonna use is my favorite, which is UberEATS. I discovered UberEATS when it first came out, like probably the month that it came out, and I was obsessed. They had a referral program that was give $20 for your first meal, get $20. So I went to every single one of my friends. I was like,
guys, there's this new program called UberEATS, and you can use my code EATS-Annemariechase1, and you'll get $20, and I'll get $20.
So let's just have a feast.
I think that was like the prime of my YouTube views, so I was making videos pretty often, and then I was like, can I just share this to my YouTube followers? I genuinely think it's a great service, and I still use it, and I don't have any credits anymore. So in the beginning, it was literally a $20 credit. And that's because the acquisition cost to acquire a customer was like a lot higher because no one knew about UberEATS. It was a completely new thing and food delivery services like weren't as big. So they gave a really big credit. Now it's $5, so you can give 5, get 5. If you have not used UberEATS ever, you can use my code EATS-Annemariechase1, but then every single person has a referral code. So after you use your first meal, you can then tell like your dad or your mom to use your referral code. And I'm not gonna explain how to find it. It's pretty easy, but literally everyone has one. Even people, my friends, come up to me and they're like, hey, like, what's your code? And I'm like, dude, you have a code too. It's just beneficial to use the first one so that you get the free credit and then start giving out your own. So there's like a tip for you guys. I decided it would be really fun to go back and add up every single UberEATS credit that I've ever used in the last 3 years or 4 years of having it. And keep in mind, at first it was a $20 credit, and that's when I shared it with all of my friends. So it was a lot bigger then. Now it's only $5, so it'd be way harder to get this amount. And I also share this with my sister, but initially, like, me and my ex-boyfriend would just eat UberEATS like all the time. I added everything up, and I have had a total of 2,200 and $20 on UberEATS based on these referral codes. So that's like obviously not meant to brag, but that just kind of shows you, like, as someone who had like around like 100,000 subscribers at the time, if you add that up, that would be like 111 people signing up to use my UberEATS code at $20. So that just kind of gives you the magnitude of like what influencers are capable of in these referral programs. So one that's pretty obvious and the biggest way that YouTubers earn an income is through sponsorships. And this can be seen when you have someone introducing their video, like this video is in partnership or in collaboration with, or I'm working with this company. That doesn't always mean that they're being paid, but generally if it says in the FTC, this video was sponsored by, that means that they were paid to create that video and advertise a product or service. And it changes, and it will change vastly as brands like get smarter and there's like more data on this. But a general rule of thumb for the last few years, per 100,000 subscribers or per 10,000 views, based on your average video view count, you get $1,000. However, this can change drastically if an influencer has a manager, which you can generally tell if you look at their business email and it says like Select or Studio 71 or Melrose and Park or whatever else, like I don't even know all the management. This number can be tripled to quintupled to even like 6 times the amount of just the general rule of thumb. So if you have around like 300,000 subscribers, you could get with a manager $15,000 to like $20,000, and that number kind of just like increases or decreases based on the brand and your manager and the specifics of the video. Instagram is also a huge hotspot for sponsorships right now. I think a general rule of thumb for Instagram, probably per 10,000 views, charging like $100. But again, if you have management, that number can drastically change. Granted, if you do have management, they generally take up to like 25 or even 30%. So a pro of sponsorships is obviously that YouTubers do need to get paid, especially if they're doing this as their full-time job. This allows YouTubers to continue making content for free. The cons of this, I think, is that it's really ambiguous. Some people are not really even great at disclaiming in their description box or in the video if it is sponsored. You're legally required to disclaim. Whenever I'm doing sponsored videos, I always either verbally say like this video is in partnership or sponsored by. I'll always put it in my description box. But some people aren't as good at doing this. So I think a huge con of this is that it's much easier for influencers to promote products or services that they're not actually in love with or actually use. It's essentially like buying someone's voice and platform. And that's exactly what it is. It's like an advertisement that you would see on TV. Some creators and influencers do have a price tag. Like Kim Kardashian, she'll talk about how she has to do a sponsorship for a product that she doesn't even use. And some of them don't have a regard for their viewers' trust or being authentic or honest. Some YouTubers really do treat their YouTube channels as a business, and I'm not here to say if that's a good or a bad thing. For some people, it's necessary. So with sponsored content, I would definitely just be wary and not be so quick to just purchase anything that a YouTuber is recommending unless they talk about it a lot in their outside videos. Just take it with a grain of salt. Why I think it's really important to know about this is that, in my opinion, it perpetuates or can perpetuate an endless cycle of unrealistic consumerism that drives money to the influencer. So that was a lot of words, but I'll just explain it. Say that you have an influencer that's your favorite influencer. She's a fashion influencer. She lives like a very glamorous life because of how hard she's worked on YouTube. She's like your big sister. You've never had a big sister. You really trust her and also often watch her hauls. These people are the trendsetters of our generation. Everyone's looking to them to see what products they buy so that you can buy them too. Fashion is a huge like moneymaker for influencers or for brands. First of all, it's like a little bit dangerous, I guess, to consider them to be like an everyday person because they're not. And their consuming behaviors and their spending habits are not meant for the everyday person. They constantly need to be posting photos on Instagram. They need to be like wearing different outfits. So they have to have a lot of clothes to constantly stay relevant and growing on these social media platforms. If you're comparing your life as like an everyday person who doesn't earn all this money and free clothing off of the internet, your spending habits to theirs, and you're like, oh, well, like I need to buy these clothes to keep up with these trends that this person is showing me online. So first of all, that person is probably getting a lot of their clothes for free. They're even probably getting sponsored to promote those clothes, or they're incentivized by these affiliate or commission-based platforms, and you who's watching the haul and see this person as a trendsetter is buying every single product, which then they get a commission for so that they can continue this like endless cycle. To no fault of theirs, I'm sure the understanding is that they have to be like doing this to continuously grow, but you on the other hand is like the everyday person who genuinely cannot afford / does not need all this new clothes. And with fast fashion being like a huge trend because all of these companies like Shein and Boohoo, they're really, really good at influencer marketing. So they're the ones who these influencers are promoting because they're getting paid, they're getting free product. Of course, it's very trendy at the time and can also create like a false reality for viewers of what is to be expected of them. You might find yourself as a viewer with no money, no savings, and just with a bunch of fast fashion clothes that you're not gonna wear. I'm able to watch my favorite YouTubers and be like, okay, this person clearly got sponsored for this haul. I'm not a very spendy person anyways, but I know of people, even in my life, who watch YouTubers and like, I bought this Daniel Wellington watch because my favorite YouTuber was promoting it, where in real life they would never buy that watch at all. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Maybe they receive the watch, genuinely love it, and wear it every single day. That definitely does happen, but I think that it should be up to the viewer based on knowledge to be able to watch content and think critically about what they're watching and what that influencer is promoting before they just blindly follow and buy anything that they're recommending. And this is also important for me as like someone who really values authenticity on my channel and honesty. I completely contribute all of my YouTube success and any money that I earn on YouTube. It's all through my viewers. And I really think that I owe it to my viewers to be extremely honest, because without you guys, I would have no platform. And I don't ever want to trick my viewers or ever have my viewers feel like I'm not trustworthy for promoting a product or service. I genuinely only work and promote products and services that I truly love, because clearly I have like some moral dilemma with all of this. But I know that some other YouTubers don't really have that position or just don't even think about it that way. They really see it as like a business that they're operating on their own, and some people have to. Like, I'm lucky enough where I probably will not be doing YouTube for my like sole income, and I don't need to. I'm privileged in that way, but not everyone who does YouTube and finds success on YouTube is, and so they need this to earn their income and make a living and have a house and food and whatever. So that's just my 2 cents. That was very long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please share this with anyone who is like a YouTube junkie, who doesn't know anything about the YouTube world or the business world of YouTube, because I think it's important. Also, I'm considering doing a podcast, and I think I will probably get a lot of questions on this topic maybe. If you have any, definitely leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe and thumb up this video if you learned something. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!